What's going on, guys? Danny here from Metal Couch, bringing you another album review. We're getting close to the end of Metal March, and this is an album that was requested all the way back in 2011. I just really haven't got around to it, but it's another review request. And this request is to listen to and review The Way of All Flesh by Gojira. So going into this album, I've never heard any of Gojira's work. Never even heard of him before this point. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, bad thing, I don't know. But, hey, whatever, I'll give it a shot. So, track listing of this album, we have Ouroboros, Toxic Garbage Island, A Sight to Behold, Yama's Messengers, The Silver Cord, All the Tears, Adoration for None, The Art of Dying, Esoteric Surgery, Faculty, Wolf Down the Earth, and then the title track, The Way of All Flesh. And this album clocks in at about an hour and 15 minutes. It's really long, and to put it quite simply, listening to this album, just from the opening track, it opens with a lead line and I'm like, okay, we're starting out pretty strong here. We got this nice lead line over top your rhythm guitar and whatever else what you would normally expect with a metal album. But that lead line never ended, and it got really repetitive, really fast. In fact, that's probably the best way to describe this album, is repetitive. This album, to me, sounds very bland, uninspired, repetitive, and it seems that they're trying to go for a progressive kind of feel with this album, yet they fail miserably. The Way of All Flesh lacks substance, a lot of it. There could be a lot more to this. I would expect something from a group that's labeled as a sort of death metal progressive outfit to have legitimate progressive and death metal elements to it. Instead, we get bland, repetitive chugging, drop tune chugging, along with lead lines that just last too long. In my opinion, you should probably skip this album. Don't even consider listening to it. In fact, to me, listening to it was a waste of my time. In terms of anything memorable from the album, the only track that I could recommend if you were wanting to listen to this album is the title track at the end, which clocks in at 17 minutes, but most of it is silence leading into a hidden track at the end. I really cannot imagine how a band like this, who has a strong fan base, who from what I've seen has very many positive reviews, I just can't see how they have so many fans with such a generic sound. It astounds me. But then again, we also live in a world where Broken Side, Avenged Sevenfold, Slipknot, and Disturbed exist. If I had to give this album a numerical grade, I'd give it a 3 out of 10. I was not impressed, and frankly, after listening to this album, I don't want to listen to any other material from this band. So, album gets a 3 out of 10 from me. Danny here from Metal Couch, signing off.